Hi everyone, my name is Nini, and today I will be reviewing a book titled Sway by Ori and Ram Brafman, The Irresistible Pull of Irrational Behavior. Let's check it out. So before I get into the book, I've always had an interest in the types of material that'll allow you to look deeper into yourself and kind of see where it applies to you and how you can kind of change your thinking about the situation, or at least be educated about it, understand why you think or decide the way that you do. So that led me to picking up the book Sway. Reading the subtitle, The Irresistible Pull of Irrational Behavior, that there's a lot of times that we make irrational decisions, and that's something that we've learned from, that we continue to keep going through the same or similar types of situations. Would help to, instead of beating yourself up and saying, oh, I'm so stupid, I keep going through this, to kind of find some material that'll help you understand why you think the way you do. But hopefully coming to this channel and listening to this review will allow you to be able to take some things that may apply to you. And so the first thing that I do want to address is the authors tend to bounce off of three main key points, and those 3 points consist of loss aversion, value attribution, and diagnosis bias. Authors go over is loss aversion. Loss aversion is our tendency to, as people, to overreact to perceived losses. It's our need to hold on to things even when they're not meeting our expectations. Value attribution is our inclination to place value on things, the inability to recognize the judgment that we make on a person or a place once we've made it. The diagnosis bias is our blindness to all evidence that contradicts our initial assessment of a person or situation to assign value. So it's important to let the evidence speak for itself. It's natural to, form an opinion on your very first interaction with somebody or a situation or an event. But over time, you would just hope that that opinion would mature and grow as the evidence starts to speak for itself, as the experience starts to unfold itself. When it comes to our understanding of fairness, that is relative to culture. One of the examples that the authors give us is regarding the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in Russia as compared to the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in the U.S. So in the United States, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, if you are looking to speak to the audience to get the answer to a question, you're more than likely to get the right answer from the audience. Whereas in Russia, they're more likely to give you the wrong answer, because their idea of fairness is if you can't win based off your own merit or your own knowledge, then we're not going to give it to you. So if the audience gets the opportunity, they will more than likely deter the contestant from the actual answer, which is their cultural way of saying that if you don't know it, you're not going to get rich. Simple as that. The culture involved, the environment involved, by taking in consideration, are you just holding on to this situation, person, or thing because you've had it for so long, or is it something that you're really making a really thought through rational decision about? Like posterior superior temporal sulcus. This part of the brain is responsible for social interaction, relationship building, forming bonds. This part of the brain is also known as the altruistic side of the brain. So the authors note that you can start an activity with the altruistic side of the brain lit up and working and fully functioning, and then over time, if a monetary value is introduced, it can be swayed by the pleasure center. So it's important. I think that's why they kind of like bring those, biological factors into it, so that we can also understand too that, it's not just that your bills are overdue and you're just money hungry. It's just that a part of the brain literally is set off by a financial incentive. And, you can definitely start something with great intentions, with perfect, social intent. I'm going to work with people. I'm going to just a good book. I enjoyed it. I definitely would recommend it to anybody. I know that this review has a lot of likes, ums, and ands, but honestly, I recorded this video yesterday and it was my first time and I didn't think it was so great. So I deleted everything, started over, recorded this morning, deleted everything, started over. At this point, I have gotten rid of all the extra equipment I was using and have just winded it down to my phone just so I can get this review to you guys, because honestly, this is one of the best books I've read this far. And it's not a hard read. It's very, very easy to read. Like I said, they have plenty of examples in the book. that keep you in tune with real life examples to kind of like understand deeper what they're talking about. So yeah. Sway, The Irresistible Pull of Irrational Behavior by Ori and Ram Brafman. I did it. First review. I'm done. I'm done.